Sonagachi. It's one of the most infamous red light districts in the world. 6,000 women, they say, service 20,000 men here every day, often for as little as 50 cents a trick. All this is no more than 2 minutes' walk from the Hilton's front door.
I think I would have run a million miles if I'd known my husband was bringing me all the way from New Zealand just to land me in the middle of a red light district. But that's literally how we found ourselves. We found this apartment and then realised it was in the sort of middle of the red light district. I guess, you know, our belief has always been we want to work with our neighbours, and our neighbours on our doorstep happen to be prostitutes.
People need to understand that most of the women that are in this area, not all, they're not in the trade because they choose to. Prostitution chose them more than they chose prostitution. They're in the trade because of poverty. They're in the trade because they were stolen when they were 11 or 12 years old. They're in the trade because they don't have a choice.
We have grandmothers working with us who, I remember in one of our initial meetings, was cuddling her little 4 or 5-year-old granddaughter, and she said, for the first time in my life, I know my granddaughter's not going to have to do this.
This was a celebration statement, really.
Yeah.
Hey, I didn't want that for me, didn't want that for my daughter, but at least I know now that my granddaughter's not going to have to do that.
Freeset isn't a charity, it's a business, but it's a business with a heart, and it's changing these women's lives.
The way that most people start businesses is that you pick the best people and you try and pay the least or the medium rates to make a good business. We go and we pick, in literal terms, in terms of education and all that, we pick the worst people that nobody else would take on, and we pay them the best that we can. And so it's all upside down. The upside of that, if you like, is that these women some of them really take off. But they've just been given a chance that they never had.
When they first came here, many of these women, quite literally, couldn't use a pair of scissors. Now they sew, they take literacy classes, and they each have a savings plan.